Hi everybody, welcome back to the Commonwealth. We are in Nahant. If you didn't catch the last episode, we were reviving the red rocket, which is kind of off in the distance there. And the episode before that, we revived the sheriff's department, which is kind of there in the background there with the pharmacy in the corner. And if you want to check out those videos, just jump on the main channel and have a look. But today we are focusing on this area, the harbour area. I have a vision to kind of turn this into an actual workable harbour, a harbour that sort of looks like it can have commerce and, you know, shipping and things coming in and out, and of course fishing as well. So we have our work cut out. We have this massive tug. I want to keep the tug, obviously not in this position, but we want to clean that up and actually make it into a workable boat. I've got to fix this building over here. It is in the water, as you can see. I probably will get rid of the whole thing and just start from scratch. But I do want to keep kind of the character of this place as well. So I will be taking some things away, but I'll be keeping probably the majority of the buildings and just sort of cleaning them up into a workable condition, sort of patching roofs and walls and things like that. And as for Libertalia, I'm probably just going to leave this here. I don't want to delete a whole bunch of stuff. To be honest, it's kind of cool. I like it. But yeah, I think I'm going to probably dismantle this bridge so people can't actually cross it to get to the other side. And maybe we can put up some defenses so we won't have any problems with raiders and things. But anyway, plenty of things to tackle. Let's get into it. Hello again. We have some defenses ready to deal with any raiders. I still haven't deleted the bridge there. I will have to get to that. But I've been on a massive cleaning mission, just going around the whole place, cleaning up all the, basically most of the garbage and stuff like that, and righting the boats and putting new boats in. You can see we have our giant tug back. That one is parked up over there. So I guess I have to figure out exactly what these buildings are going to represent. And I have been doing a little bit of thinking sort of off screen. I'm thinking this one here is probably going to be an engineering space. Engines and things, trying to keep the boats around this place running. I'm thinking this one might be a kind of a private little dock, so somebody lives in that little shed there, and then that's their boat as well. I haven't decided what I'm going to put in the docks over there. Maybe a floating building, or maybe sort of an offshore thing that I will get into later on, but that one's still undecided. This one here, I kind of like the layout already. I'll probably just put some props and things around. These boats here are going to be focused on probably fishing. This little cottage here, I'm thinking possibly a harbour master. Some kind of administration for the docks. You can see we have settlers, and guarantee she's going to try and walk across there. This one here, I'm thinking possibly... Can I even get up there? Yes. I haven't seen the space here. I'm going to have to turn this into a fishing area, I think. This one here, I'm thinking maybe trade. So a shipping company, maybe. This one here, I have a kind of a grander plan that kind of ties into another build that I've already done. I'll discuss that one later, maybe when I've actually built it. But as I said before, I will be kind of deleting that whole building. And I think this will be tied in with the trading company slash this one here, basically. So this one might be the Commonwealth container ship. I'm going to sort of maybe use it as a container ship rather than a tug, because we're not tugging big boats around here. Anyway, it actually took me quite a while to get things in order, and now that I have kind of a clean slate, I'm probably not going to remove anything more. It's just going to be adding from here on, except for that building over there. So I will start with probably that building in the the background over there. Hey, we are back, and we have some people. So I've been going kind of crazy with putting NPCs about the place and making this place look kind of busy. We have people up there, we got people over there. These guys are, I don't know what they're up to. You know, things are happening around here. You can see that we have started building our replacement building for the one that fell into the sea there. This one, not much has been done on this either. Just been trying to figure out certain things and where things go. I guess I can show you from this angle. It's pretty empty, and you can see it's connected to the road here, and these all work as well, so that is very cool. And I think it integrates quite well into the surrounding area as well. Let's go to this end building over here. This one here, I'm going to use it as kind of like fish processing, yet to be touched, because the fishing vessels are just down the way there. So this one's going to be kind of fish processing, but this is the one. If you're wondering about these, obviously I have a lot of settlers and they need beds, and I just put a bunch of these mattresses around the place. Obviously I will fix that up, but this is our engineering space. I fixed up the roof and the walls so we don't have any massive gaps anymore, and you can see I've sort of put a bunch of stuff about the place, and we have a whole lot of engineering going on in here. So oh, he's just talking to me. Yeah, plenty of engines and things being built and fixed. So this place is looking very busy and it's quite bustling. And just a little storage room there. This guy's just feeding fish. We have a fisherman just chilling out there, leaning up against the barrel. And yeah, I just sort of spent quite a bit of time actually just motivating myself by putting these NPCs down and trying to make this place feel lived in. And yeah, having smoke and things. And I actually have a generator down there as well, making kind of like an engine sound for that boat, like we did at the Red Rocket. Yeah, just trying to make this thing look like it's actually pumping and having people walk around and doing stuff. It's yeah, coming together nicely. But again, plenty of work to do. In the next update, a lot of changes are going to happen, and I can't wait. Alrighty, massive changes have happened, and this one is taking a long time, believe you me. So off screen I have just been pumping, just building new stuff and putting a whole bunch of new stuff in there. So let's have a look. You can see we have our shipping company here, and this one actually has stuff inside now. So if we open up, this guy's just doing some filing, but all this stuff is getting ready to get shipped out on our tugboat. I'm not happy with our forklift here. It's just too cramped in here, so what I might do is take this one out and kind of put it on the side of the building and try to add something to sort of connect it with the wharf, and just leave this whole space for just holding goods and stuff, because that thing is taking up a lot of room. But let's just make our way back onto here. Let's walk past this person. This building here, I am not happy with it. Yeah, it looks kind of weird to me, just plonked at the end of the street, and it looks a little bit too fancy for kind of a fishing village slash harbor docks thing. I kind of wanted to keep the sheriff's department a little bit more of the focus, and just try and keep the buildings around it a little bit more low rent, if that makes sense. So I think I'm going to replace this one with maybe with a wooden building, and this one is going to be residential. Now let's talk about this thing. You saw me building this building just before, and this one is part of a larger narrative that we have kind of been discussing with Discord members on our official Jabber Gaming Discord server. And the flag, the logo up there, is basically a new faction that we've sort of invented for my playthrough, and it ties into the offshore oil rig that we made a couple of episodes ago. I'll put the thumbnail up. You can go through the channel and find that one there. Basically, these guys are pumping black gold, I guess, out of the ground in the ocean, and this is one of the transport hubs for that. So they will bring it by boat to here, and you know, trucks can come down here and come through here, and they just load up the oil or transport it somewhere else. I don't know, but this is, yeah, one of the transport hubs. It's going to be part of a larger network of buildings, I guess, associated with this faction, and they'll have their own faction base or whatever slash city. Later on, I'll do a kind of a series or something on that. Very excited about it. But yeah, this is what we have. So if we open this up, trucks can come down here and they can load it up via a forklift, which I have yet to install in here, but I am meaning to do that. And let's go upstairs actually. So if we come up here, this is kind of the offices. So completely clear obviously, but we can continue with that later on. And if we come down here, we got some stairs here. This is the new dock that I made, and we got plenty of oil barrels around the place. So we have our boat. That boat off there in the distance, the sunken one, that's basically where our oil rig is. And not too far for this boat to sort of bring the oil in. But we have a barge that it tugs along using these chains. And basically they just store all the oil barrels that they get from the oil rig. And this crane is lifting it up and it's going to place it on this, I don't know what you call it, balcony, whatever. And then the forklift will bring it inside for storage. So that's basically the system that we have. And I've got this guy sort of protecting our oil assets here. And this is just the controls for the crane here. So obviously it's not moving, it's static, but that's just basically the story of what this thing is. So obviously the more things to do in this building, but I'm pretty excited to see where this sort of faction narrative develops and how we can incorporate them in other builds later on. Next, let's check out the tug because I have developed it quite a lot. So let's get into it. So this is our tug. Let's jump on through here. This is our captain over here. She's just watching over everyone, making sure everyone's behaving themselves. This is the main holding area. Don't ask me how these sort of crate things and the pallets get through this door. I don't know. But this is the main hold. So we just have a bunch of materials used for building stuff. I guess this is to ship out to other settlements on the coast. And then if we make our way back, I just put a whole bunch of oil, obviously getting it from our oil faction over there. And I just put this crane on the back because this tugboat is, you know, shipping stuff. So we need some way to get the heavy stuff on here. So the idea is the forklift will kind of bring it out onto the docks here, and then this crane will lift it up onto our tugboat. And if we come up here, this area here is basically our crew quarters. No sleeping arrangement, unfortunately. Just a day tripper kind of boat. And then over here, this is our main control area, I guess. I just put a whole bunch of consoles in there. And of course our steering wheel. I'm sure there's an official name for that. And this guy is, I guess he's the first mate, fixing up our consoles. Thank you very much. So I've done a bunch of other little bits and bobs around the place, but I'll probably save them for the next update. I plan to really just focus a lot of time on doing all the little bits and just getting everything up to scratch and making this sort of whole thing come together as a cohesive harbour. Hopefully by the next update we'll have most of the docks, if not all of it, finished. So bear with me. Oh, the door's opening. Well everyone, I think I am finished. This one has been pretty tedious to say the least. Obviously not much of the buildings and things have changed dramatically, but there's just a whole bunch of stuff that I have had to put in, and I think finally I am finished. So the docks themselves I think are pretty much finished, but the surrounding town, I guess, still needs a little bit of work. You can see I have replaced the building at the end of the road here with something that looks a little bit more fragile, to try and match the buildings around it. I just thought the other building that I had was a little bit too, maybe a little bit too fancy, and I'm sorry for those who disagree with me, but that's the kind of the direction I'm going. This one is empty. I haven't touched it apart from basically just placing it, but anyway, let's start with this one because this has changed a bit, especially inside. This worker is actually meant to be fixing our forklift inside, and the light is from our paddy wagon over there. So if you come in here, we do have a forklift now, and you can see that she is assigned to be fixing it basically. And This is kind of stopping work with our crane because it's kind of blocking this area here, and this forklift is meant to be moving stuff around here. If we come down here, not much has changed that drastically. He shouldn't be there. We just have our boat captain just waiting for his stuff to be offloaded so he can drive off again. And we do have a person manning the crane station. It is a mannequin. I probably will change it to an NPC at some stage. And if we come up to the top here, we actually have something. First in the door we have a coffee station. This is our office basically for our oil company faction. This guy is just meant to be doing some filing. And we have our very secretive oil baron. He's kind of, I guess, a higher up of our oil faction, and she's just taking notes as he gazes out the window over the operation itself. And we do have a small little toilet in here as well, which is good. And I guess that kind of wraps it up for this part of our settlement. Let's keep going here. And our moving / shipping company has some signage now, and not much has changed in here, but we did move our forklift, and I just put it on the side here. So I just designed a little bit of a foundation with some more storage, and yeah, just something to keep it from not falling off into the sea. In terms of our tugboat here, nothing much has changed apart from putting in some lighting and some doors, and I gave the captain some captain-y clothes, so she looks legit now. And if we keep coming around, actually let's set it to the street level, because we did do some work over here as well. So if we come through here, I did board up the windows here, and let's just close this up. This is looking more like a fishing processing area. She is by herself still, but I have filled this area out to make it look more official. And let's turn on some music. And yeah, kind of a cool little view. So obviously our fishing trawlers over there will bring the stuff up here, and then she will sort it out. This area here, I haven't changed that much. This corner, yeah, pretty much vanilla. I just sort of cleaned it up. Oh, sorry, buddy. Oh, there you go. And just putting some signage up here, in here. Sorry, I haven't changed that much, so I don't need to really go through there. I'll come through here instead. This waterfront area hasn't really changed either, apart from over here. That's kind of where things were happening. I'll go over there soon. But as I said at the beginning of the video, this is kind of a private wharf residence. So you can see here we've got kind of everything you might need for a sea captain bachelor. And he's got his own boat as well. He or she, I guess. And this one has got some controls too, which is good. So if we come back through here, let's go have a look at that vertibird. So, this is kind of, I guess, post-game. If you know the narrative of the story, let's just say the Minutemen come out on top, and they are quite rich after kind of becoming top dogs of the Commonwealth and having settlements all over the place. So, they have access to vertibirds, and this one in particular is an Enclave one, and it is a mod. And we have this guy sort of guarding the platform here, and somebody in a suit as well. Excuse me, fellas, and we have a generator, and the other side is getting guarded as well, and we do have access either side of the wharf. Let's just come over this way. So we have a little area of a bunch of military stuff, I guess sort of pillage from Brotherhood of Steel, and our captain there is just maintaining the vertibird, I guess a tire or something, and we do have somebody on guard at the front there as well. And I did dress the interior up of this thing a little bit. So we have stations to sit down, and you've got sort of grab handles there. And then over here we have plenty of weapons for quick response action. Somebody's got some power armor, they can grab these things. And we have guns and stuff for the normal soldiers. And this is our captain's area. Looking very cool if you ask me. Okay, let's just toggle the free cam and just go up into the sky here. this was a lot of work, but I really like how it turned out. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them below. I will try and get to as many as I can. And yeah, as I said before, the oil baron faction or whatever was sort of discussed on the Discord server, so you should join along as well. I have a link on my main channel page. Jump on there, and you can also share your own Fallout 4 builds as well. So get involved. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed that one. Please drop us a like and a subscription if you're being extra generous, and I hope to see you on the next video. Goodbye.